I've got it here. Don't worry. You can tell me if when you.
All right. Hello and welcome everyone to this episode of Boomer and Degen. I'm your host Biz with co-founder Andy. Today was a little bit of a wild one for myself as I was out traveling, just doing the final inspections on our home. But all I saw, I guess, through the timelines is a sea of red. And so I don't know if I missed out too much aside from it's been like this for the last few days now. And I know when we left the stream yesterday, you kind of called it, Andy, but we still not. Are we what the fuck? Or is this sort of expected now?
Okay, so there is a pattern forming, and I've got some things to show you. At this time yesterday, we had a green candle like this. You can see that based on the large wick here. All right. And then we went down. And we're doing the same today. We started down. Now you see we're pushing up. But it looks, I posted in the chat, earlier, it was like this today. And I just went, what the fuck is incoming?
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at, we've been going on about this BTC1, right?
Yeah.
We kind of didn't close beneath this CME gap.
Mm.
And you'll know when we do because this will disappear. This fair
Oh,
value.
you're right.
Right, so that will no longer be visible. So I've got alerts set at the top and basically after it closed, below where it went here. But I think there's still more pain to come. And there's still more pain to come for many reasons, actually. If I go back to here, the S&P, it might be up a little bit today, but yesterday it was massively down, right?
Yeah.
So from its top, it's been down like 9.46%. The Nasdaq has been down in total 13.49 and is currently at 12.62% down. So the markets, the Dow Jones, similarly, from its top, was down 7.5, now down just about 7. And, this is all to do with the uncertainty of Senior Trump, right? I think what shook the markets yesterday was he was asked directly, will there be a recession this year? And one of his other people was asked that's in charge of all this stuff. He went, no, absolutely not. And Trump went, I wouldn't like to say it's possible, but if there is, it's down to Biden, right? Duh. So that sent the markets into a jitter because there's just so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I actually have something very interesting to break down for you. So again, I keep mentioning Ran from Crypto Banter because he does very deep dives and he talks to people, right?
Yep.
And this is a breakdown of a video he did talking about why he thinks Trump is crashing the market. He's deliberately, I said this the other day, right? That I think Trump's deliberately crashing the market.
Mm-hmm.
non-cynical side of it is kind of this, that what he's trying to do, because they have 9.2 trillion in debt maturing this year, he wants to crash the markets so that interest rates come down, so they start printing money, right? Sorry,
Okay.
not interest rates. So yeah, is it
The
interest rates?
the prime rate.
Wait a second. No, a second. No. He wants to lower his. Hang on a sec. The pleasant engineer. That's right. Interest rate.
Yeah.
What he wants to do is get the interest rates down.
Yeah.
Because the way that the Fed works is that if interest rates are high, there's no reason to print money.
Yeah.
If when the interest rate gets to zero, they can't do a negative interest rate really. So what they do is they print money. That has the benefit of crypto and everything going back up because they're putting money into the system. They're saying that he's crashing it on purpose, right? For that reason.
Well, that's what Canada came out to say, pretty much, is that what they need to do right now, because of these tariffs and all this kind of stuff, is that now they're going to have to put together an economic plan to help those that are going to be affected by these tariffs. And so what they're calling for right now is, to your point, the lowering of interest rates. Right now in Canada, they're actually saying they're actually on the air saying this right now. They're pushing the election down the road, apparently. Well,
yeah, right. So Mark Carney has just got into power in Canada. Mark Carney, the reason I know him is that he used to be the head of the Bank of England, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he ran the Bank of England for, they have a tenure of about 4 or 5 years. And he was one of the people that ran it. So he is a finance guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he does know numbers in exactly the same way that Trump doesn't, right? Now, as you know, my cynical point of view is that Trump's crashing everything so that his company can benefit from buying cheaper assets. That's what I think, right? That's what I think. He might, when the truth comes out, he might couch it as this, which is, well, I had to do that. Because what he's saying, he said it today, you know, what we're doing is big. We're trying to lower all the debt and then make you richer. But in the meantime, they're going to bankrupt thousands of small businesses, right? And I don't think he cares whether they go bankrupt or not. He just wants to achieve his ends, which is that he enriches his own businesses. That's what I think. But anyway, that was their takeaway. Nvidia had 1 trillion wiped off its market cap.
Ooh, 1 trillion.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? The one that I am not bothered about, and it fills me with joy, is this.
What is that? Tesla?
Tesla.
Wow. Where is it at right now? Oh, 221? Ooh,
yeah.
Wow.
This is down 54%, nearly 55% since December. When you go to where it first started trading back up here, it's down 81%. I mean, it's just, like ridiculous.
Yeah, but anyway, the reason why it was that high before is because that was pre-stock split, right?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, possibly. In any event, though, since December, since he started coming out as Mr. Swastika, then it's basically tanked. And I don't know where they go from here, Tesla, because all of the other EV companies are jumping on the bandwagon going, great, nobody wants a Tesla. People are scrawling graffiti on Teslas. They've got campaigns in London trashing him, right? So Germany hates him because he went on a far-right group and went and did a video call with them asking them to win, right? Far right, that's like nearing Nazis. So this guy's kind of ruined his career. I really don't know. But I don't know. I suspect, there's an old saying, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. I think that's what happens when you become the richest man in the world. You believe your own press. I can do no wrong. Everything I touch turns to gold. And then suddenly if you're on a pedestal, basically everybody's looking to knock you off,
Yeah.
and they found a reason to knock him off. And boy, oh boy, is the world teaching him that he needs us to buy his products.
You know
And
what's
they're in any.
interesting? You know what's
I,
interesting is that those guys, like the Peter Thiel guys, like the original PayPal dudes, they're
yeah.
all like within the administration right now. Like
Oh,
12
I
of
know.
them. 12 of them.
I know. You've got a country being run by billionaires for the benefit of billionaires.
I mean, that hasn't changed though. I mean, you had George Soros before that, so
No, this is the problem that with most political parties, um, in most countries, is that it's only those with money that can get into it, and
yeah,
they have vested interest in benefiting themselves and their estate and their business and all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. So that's the problem. So now there's one more thing I want to show you on Bitcoin, and
Mhm.
this is kind of scary, I'm afraid. When we go to the weekly chart and you see that last week, that is one of the biggest red candles there's been on a week, right? So that is extremely
Wait, hold
bearish.
on. But if that closes right there, that would be a doji on the week, right?
Oh no, but the week's only just begun.
Oh, damn it.
the,
Oh,
week only,
man.
the week is only a day old. So, but we're still, I mean, up on the day where we are 2% up, right?
Yeah.
And on an auction, we're 2% up, but we were yesterday. If you look at what happened yesterday, we started the day here, and we came in and went up 4% before it tanked.
Hmm.
So from that 4%, we dropped at one point 7.8% and finished at 6.48 down on the top of the day. So and this brings me to these two. I've updated these. So these are by trading session. So this is all the data we have, going back over all the data we
Yeah.
have, and 3.95. But going back only over the last 43 days, right, it looks like this. So it goes to show you that Asia's been tanking it, London's been tanking it the least, and America's been tanking it quite a bit. But over all the data we have, that's the picture. It looked very similar before, except I think New York was only minus 1 point something. Now it's minus 3.95. So there's some sway in this data because there'll be overlapping hours and things like that.
Yeah.
But that's the state of play. If you look here, this hasn't moved. This is 24, but look at this. This has gone down again. This has
Yeah.
gone down from yesterday from 17 to 15. The stock market was up at what, 20 something?
20, yeah.
14 now, right? So the uncertainty, and I know that Ontario governor came out. He's not called a governor, is he? He's called something. Premier.
Yeah,
Is it?
Premier, yes, yes, yes. Doug Ford.
Yeah. He seems like a switched on guy, actually. He's basically said, like that. When Trump was saying tariffs now, no tariffs, I remember on the stream saying, if I were them, I wouldn't remove the tariffs, and they
Yeah.
haven't. Not only haven't they, he's now put a 25% tariff on all of the power that Ontario sends to 3 different states
I
in
hope he knows
America.
what he's doing. Really.
Well, it gets better than that. He said, if this doesn't stop, I am going to turn the power off.
Okay,
So
but there's implications as a result of that. Like you can't.
1.5 million people will not have power in America.
Yeah, but also those that depended on those transactions for livelihood are now affected. Like there's always going to
Yes,
be a cause and effect.
yes.
And sometimes retaliatory may not be the best solution for their own people.
One thing you should never do. The Brits don't do it, and clearly Canada don't do it. You don't put up with a bully, right? And if you're getting bullied, become the 51st state. Greenland have just
That
told Trump to go do one again today.
yeah.
It's you cannot stand up to a bully.
Yeah.
If he's it's the same with Putin, right? and you've got to stand up to them, or they'll
Hmm.
just keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. And right now, Trump is just pushing, 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 pushing.
Hmm.
And I admire Canada, and I think the Canadian people are kind of, and if it was in England, they'd say, I don't care if I lose money now. We're not
Oh,
backing
oh
down.
man, yeah, they're gonna say that until it actually hurts.
I think there comes a point where you've got to stand up. You've got to
Yeah.
stand up and be counted. And I think Canadians are doing that. And
Oh no, for sure, for sure, for sure. There's some solidarity
small,
and
small prediction,
togetherness on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
small prediction here that if they can find an out for Trump where he doesn't look like a complete idiot, he will take it, right?
Hmm.
And he'll cancel the tariffs, going, the beautiful tariffs, they won, they've given us this, they've given us that, and he'll get rid of them all, even if they don't get anything. And that's not just
Oh, I
unique to
see, I
Trump.
see. Yeah. Hopefully they
That's,
come to some resolution of some sort. You
yeah,
know.
they need to beat him. They need to beat him,
Yeah.
right? That's the bottom line. Whether he can spin it that he wasn't beat, that's fine. I don't care. That's politics, right? But anyway, let's move on, because I've been a trading today. Um, so let's look at the coins that I've got in here,
Hmm.
in this thing today. They've slightly changed. And oh, look at that. That went more. But anyway,
Oh, nice.
um, yeah, well, I've been trading nothing but layer all day.
Hmm.
So now you remember my spreadsheet, right?
Yeah.
Now I got a complete ass kicking yesterday, right?
Hmm.
Um, I was down minus 9%, 9.5% yesterday. Just the market, Bitcoin was buggering about, and some of the coins that I were trying to trade were following Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was like buggering about. Anyway, today I picked one of the coins that definitely wasn't following Bitcoin and really didn't care about it.
Hmm.
So if you remember, my portfolio was up to 21%.
Hmm.
Uh, it went down to 10% last night, 10 and a half. I've now dragged it back up today to 18.6%,
Hmm.
right? So I've done 7.68% on the day, right, so far.
Hmm.
So just slightly down on what we yesterday, and I haven't finished yet, right? I haven't finished trading yet.
Hmm.
So let me show you what I've been trading, because, and I said to this, I would do this and share my thing. I have been trading layer all day. I've done 5 trades in layer so far.
Nice.
What I am doing is very aggressive with raising my stops.
Mm.
Very aggressive with raising my stops, right? So I took a long here, first
Hmm.
one. You can, whoops, hang on a sec. Let me stop messing about.
On six
Um,
percent.
so you can see here, I took a long here, and then I was stopped out with my stop. It came back down and went beneath my stop,
Hmm.
but I'd already raised it to a profit.
Hmm.
Second one was a short. You can see here, from here to
I can't
here.
quite. I can't quite see the leverage on my end.
Oh no, they're all 5x.
Okay. 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 Cool. Yeah.
5x. So the short from here to here, then a long. I wish those arrows were. Hang on a sec. I don't know if you can hear that motorcycle.
Yeah.
Um, Young Thai men seem to take the baffles out and have really loud motorcycles, and they think it's cool for some
Oh
reason.
man, they do that in Canada too.
Yeah, bloody annoying, isn't it?
uh, oh,
Anyway,
nice breakdown right now. Yeah.
uh, so
For
yes, so but it's still anyway.
yeah.
This you have an under once you trade a coin like many times during the day, you begin to understand its price action, right?
Yes.
And it's going to come back down to this trend line here. I've been trading off this trend line every time, off this, except the one short that I did,
Hmm.
and I've been trading off this trend line for the longs. At some point, because it's gonna go through, right? It's gonna go through, and I've got this massive long setup in readiness.
Yeah.
This is the 1 minute chart. I don't know that. I don't know why I'm down there. Um, but
The Degen's
but
wearing off on you.
no, it's only because it's where to raise my stop exactly that I use that. But anyway, as you can see, it's coming down. I got the red line there is where I was stopped out on the last trade, where I said, "Give me a minute, I'm taking a trade," and I managed to raise my stop to a profit. I got stopped out. It came into it 2 or 3 times before it went a bit higher, and I could have got maybe, but you never get out at the top, right? So, but the point is this:
Mhm.
5 trades, 5 winning trades. Yesterday I got my ass handed to me a little bit, right? But today, five winning trades. Now, if you think about it, um, at the moment, I told you that I was going to deliberately start with a small amount. I transferred some money to a different exchange, right?
Mhm.
I was going to start with a different amount, and I'm going to do this like 5%, 6% target,
Mhm.
and adjust it once I get my average profit per day, so that it's kind of accurate after a while.
Yeah.
And and I'm going to grow this money over a period of time, because whether whether you're doing it with like a $300 trade and coming away with $30, or a $3,000 trade, you're coming away with $300, right?
Yeah.
Once you grow. So the principle stands that as you grow this portfolio, if it keeps going the way
Compounding.
it's going, this is day 6,
Yeah.
right? I've had one losing day, that's all, right? Where I was kind of, I went into a trade with probably a bit too much, and then Bitcoin tanked and it was went against me, right? And
Mhm.
I was taken out with a stop loss of about $50, and then another two that happened with about $20 or $25. Anyway, the point is that that I'm going to prove that you can grow this over time, so that after 30 trading days, that should be around the target, right? We don't know what the actual will be, but currently 18.6% up on 6 days. So, and it's like any equity curve, like any chart that goes up and down. So will your profit over the days. You'll get more, you'll go down a bit, you'll have to go up a bit, you go down a bit, you go up a bit, down a bit, right?
Mhm.
So you haven't to be dismayed when you get those days where you get your ass handed to you by the charts, right?
Mhm.
You get sort of 3 losing trades in a row. You don't go, that there's something not working here. That's not the case. That's just that you've got to keep going. So today, five trades, 5 winning, and all because I found that layer here was coming into ignoring Bitcoin like more than once,
Mhm.
right? And 0.07, right? So that's pretty good. It's up to 0.2, but 0.07 correlation, which is pretty good. And the other coins that I've been looking at today were Catty. That's kind of broke. I was going to do a trade in this on a long. I've deleted it now. But so that's on my thing. Auction. Solve is still in there, but I'm
Mhm.
waiting. I'm waiting for a long to come back down to this trend line, right? I'm
Mhm.
not. I'm not rushing it. This could be a great trade tomorrow, all right?
Yeah.
You know, and if it continues, if I go up to the hour chart, if this continues, comes down, I could jump in now, but now that you're halfway between them, you're saying, well, maybe it'll come down to this fair value gap and go back up 4%,
Mhm.
right? But I don't care. I'm just waiting, and wait for it to come down to this trend line. Then I'll go in, and that's my short setup. Whoops, when it gets to the top.
Mhm.
And Sol's been one that's definitely not following Bitcoin. If you look
Mhm.
at that price action compared to Bitcoin's price action on the 15 minutes, like a layer is not following Bitcoin, neither is SOLV. And auction was the other one that I was looking at.
Oh,
That was,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, well, that's just played out, right? That is
Mhm.
literally just played out
Yeah.
from 15 this morning. So that was an 8.49 trade. I didn't take that trade, oddly enough, because I was concentrating on layer.
Mm.
Now, I did a lot of these setups before I went to sleep last night. And I said, I think this is where it's going to be in the morning, right?
Yeah.
And it's proving to be the case. Now, you'll notice here, I've upped my stop loss to like 2%, which is why I've lowered back down to 5x. And I'm going in with slightly less money so that my stop losses are bigger, but the losses are just the same, they're
Mhm.
small.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so these are and I think, did I show Kato? Oh, yeah,
No.
Kato. Yeah, Kato was one that I've been trading last week, or was it a week before? I can't remember which,
Yeah.
but that has heavily retraced. And again, I missed this trade this morning, 7:30, because I woke up late, but I set it up last night. and so far that would have done 9%. So
Mm-hmm.
you'd have been raising your stop. You'd have been raising your stop to at least here by now. So you would have got 5%. So that's 25% from your trade, right? At 5x. Um, so yeah, so that's what I do. I kind of get things. I look at do some prep on an evening. Go right now. It's time for whiskey and soda and a bit of Netflix or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But what I do, I come straight into here and go right. What's currently going its own way? Is it a coin that I like? Varna was one that I like, but that's 1.9. That's 1.2 is the highest before it classed as not going its own way.
Mm-hmm.
Spider, I don't think I can trade. Solvi again, look. Solvi again, no 1.5 at the moment. But Solvi has been coming into going their own way over and over and over again. In fact, why don't I do it in here? Um, today, yesterday. I mean, it's been continuously going its own way. And that's when Bitcoin is as erratic as it has been.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. Now, the trade, one of the trades I lost in yesterday, you remember that Aave trade that I said I
Yeah.
missed? Well, I got in and then Bitcoin decided to shoot up and it shot, and I was shorting it and it shot through my stop.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah. But, that's why I'm choosing coins today that are definitely not following Bitcoin. So the value of this alert is impressive. Now, if you get 2 or 3 confluences, like it's going its own way, it's rising fast, falling less, bullish FVG and break of structure. If you get like 3 of those in a row, right? You're kind of like, yeah, okay, brilliant. And if you've got a POC, oh no, I'll tell you what's interesting as well. Which coin was it that I put a trade in? I put a short in somewhere in one of them. Where was it? Because I want to show you something. I'm sure it was here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Um, was it Catty? No. No, it was this one. It was solve, right? How did I know, although this is resistance, how did I know to put my entry there and my stop at 1.89%? If you remember, a very long time ago, and I'm now going to go up to the hour table. A very long time ago, I used to use something called an anchored VWAP. And
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember that.
and if
Yeah.
you go to anchored VWAP and you anchor it to the kind of top price that it was,
Yeah.
as it comes down here. So the way that anchored VWAP works is it's cheap under there, it's more expensive above the line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have this resistance on that I've had for a few days, and I've had it doubly confirmed that you can see this is acting as resistance every time, this VWAP. So I'm expecting at some point this to go to a trade in a long down here and then a trade in a short up here. That might come down. I might lower my entry a little bit as this VWAP drops, but we'll see. So you go to, I've used the 1 hour. I think it probably still works on the 4 hour. Slightly beneath it already, right? But I
Yeah.
use the 1 hour to do the setup. And as you can see, seems to be working. So
Mm-hmm.
you've got VWAP, you've got points of control, you've got order blocks, you've got fair value gaps. So you use these kind of things, and then obviously horizontal support and resistance. You've got trend lines, right? Like I've got in here. You'll notice that at no point in any of those did you see EMA this, SMA that,
Yeah.
RS this, RSI that, MACD this, MACD that, right? It's all based on price action, right? Literally based on because VWAPs are to do with it's a volume weighted average, right?
Mm-hmm.
VWAP, volume weighted average price. That's what it stands for. So everything is to do with price action. Fair value gaps are price action. Order blocks are price action. Trend lines are price action, right? So everything's to do with that, and they're to do with volatility. Liquidity,
Mm-hmm.
right? Fair value gaps are liquidity. Order blocks are liquidity. Liquidity price action. So that's how I kind of trade. So my aim is to grow this portfolio through the good days, through the bad days, but consistently see growth over time. And then once you apply that, if you can apply that starting at $500, you can apply the same thing at 5,000.
Yes.
The only thing that reduces on 5,000 is you have to be more careful of the coins you trade because
Yep.
you need the volume. You need the volume at that
Yep.
point.
Yep. Otherwise, you'd
So
be a manipulator.
yeah, right. And you don't want that, or it'll take
Yeah.
even
No, you'll be a market maker. Why not? It's a
yeah,
different game at that level.
you don't want that. Even today in layer, one of my trades took it filled half of my trade and then went down and then came back and then filled the second half of my trade. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a large coin and it's, no matter what you're trading, it's filled.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the only downside. But again, I can add because we keep the volume of everything in the database for every trading pair that we use. I can put next to the alert LC for large cap, M mid cap, low cap, right? Like so that you know what the volume is in there, like high volume, mid volume, low volume, stuff like that. Right? So I can put that in the alert, so that you can start knowing the coins that you can trade with higher amounts of money.
Yeah.
So again, regardless of the market, we have lots of trades outperforming Bitcoin. Auction again, look, that's been coming into that. Now auction is on this list here. As you can see, that could be shorting about now.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's a 15. That's a 3 minute. Oh yes, it could still be. Yeah.
I mean, if it does come back up.
Yeah, I've got an old entry in there. Look, a short entry there. Look. Hang on a second. There you go. 2%. So yeah, I've got that short entry. So that would be an 8%. And oh, it's there. I've already got it on.
Yeah.
I've already got one ready for it, right? So that would come into play now.
Well, why don't let's get to it. Well, anyhow, I do have to call it a night after the stream, but it does seem like there's a lot of action, whether up, whether down, that we can play with.
Good day from a trading point of view. So that's the market. That's everything, and you get some rest because you've been flying, so you must be tired, and then we'll pick this up tomorrow, Wednesday.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Well, thank you everyone for watching. If you guys haven't done so already, give us a follow on Twitter. Ooh, what was that? That looked like a nice little breakout earlier.
No, that's just Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah?
It's just up about 3% on the day.
Okay. But yeah, give us a follow. And if you guys are trading out there, we would love to know what you're trading. So give us a follow. Also join our Discord. There, if you... Oh, Blue Sky. That's right. We're doing it on Blue Sky now. So how could people follow us on Blue Sky? Do they have to type in cryptohubhq.bluesky.social? Is that how they do it?
Yep.
Perfect. Cool. Yeah, no, I just gave that a follow. Hey, did we get that tweet out? Is that today's tweet?
I did. I tweeted it. So
perfect.
We should be live on here because
Blue Sky. Let me tap into that right now. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right, guys. So give us a follow on that as well, and we'll be posting more videos on YouTube. We're trying to get our YouTube followers up, so if you happen to come across our YouTube videos, don't forget to subscribe to that as well, and let us know that you followed our YouTube and our Blue Sky account, and for sure we'll get you all the access you need to get the tips and insight that even OG Boomer crypto trader or Andy over here is doing it with consistency, which we'd love to see. 5%, not a bad strat. If it works, don't change it. Just go with it.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
5% a day. Good return, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Over the long run too. So cool. All right, we'll catch up tomorrow. We'll be back at the usual time. And until then, stay safe, everybody. Take care.
Happy trading, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Later.